Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on the HE-112 series of planes. These are really fun planes to grind low tier Germans or really just fool around with after you've gotten up to higher ranks, kind of like I have. But they're pretty fun to fly. They're not the greatest in arcade, but they tend to perform really well in realistic battles. I've taken it into a couple simulator battles, and I've scored okay with them, but you know, simulator battles aren't really my thing, so I don't really have much to say about that there. A couple things about the BO and the B1 versions. They have two MGFF 20mm cannons, which are the same cannons that the BF-109 E3 has. I know a lot of you play a lot with the E3. It's one of the better low-tier German planes. But the biggest complaint I hear about the BF-109, at least the E3, and also the HE-112s, is the cannons are really low velocity. So you'll find that when you're firing them, you're usually lobbing them into your target rather than shooting straight into them. This is kind of a big deal when you're pulling sharp turns and when you're diving on people, but in a straight line you really won't notice it. For low tier, these cannons are incredibly good though. Despite being low velocity, they pack a punch and they'll take down anything at this tier relatively easily, especially in realistic battles. You only need a couple hits, if that, to take one down. So the B1 is basically the same thing as a BO. I've been looking at them, and I don't see any real difference, honestly, between the two aircraft. Um, Obviously, this one has a higher battle rating, and it's a premium, but other than that, I don't see the difference. They have the same turn time, same rate of climb, uh, same takeoff runs, same guns, same everything, honestly. I do prefer the looks of the B1 though, so I tend to fly that one more often, and I like the experience and Lion's boost it gives me. Um, this plane is kind of a dirty mix between a turn fighter and a boom and zoomer, but that might just be my personal playstyle. I like to boom and zoom with every aircraft, including Spitfires and Hurricanes and all that sort of thing, so take what I'm saying for granted, or not for granted, but rather with a grain of salt. Um, but these planes perform really well in a turn. You can probably tell by their wing shape. They are designed to turn very, very well. And they will generally outturn anything at this tier so long as you know you're not flying against Chaikas or Russian biplanes for one. And even if you are, just a couple shots will take them down anyway, so it's really nothing to worry about. It is a slow aircraft, top speed of 503 kilometers per hour. You aren't going to get there in a flat sprint. I've never, ever, ever gotten there unless I've been in a dive. It has a decent climb rate. Nothing to write home about, but at the same time, it's not a bad rate of climb. Turn time, like I said, is excellent. You'll find yourself out turning most things at this tier, and the firepower is enough that you're going to be taking down whatever you shoot relatively quickly. One thing to watch out for, though, is just like the BF-109E3, the cannons only have 120 rounds, so that's 60 rounds per gun. You're going to find that you run out of ammo, at least for the cannons, fairly quickly, so you want to ration out your fire as best as you can. Whereas machine guns, you'll have a little bit more staying power, but they're only 7.9, so you're not going to be taking down, heavy bombers or anything like that with this plane after your cannons have ran out. A couple things about the engine is, again, it's very similar to a Spitfire in that it's not fuel injected. It's, I can't quite remember what the term for it is, but it's injected by gravity or some other system, and when you put the nose straight down without rolling the airplane, or turning or whatever, you will cut the engine out because you're not letting fuel get to the engine, and that maneuver is called a punt, and it's useful sometimes. Generally, people don't intend to do it, but flying this airplane, if you listen for the engine, you'll notice when you do it because you'll hear your engine start to sputter out. And it's not a huge deal, but it can be kind of annoying sometimes when you're behind a plane who has an energy advantage, or you're just trying to stay on their tail and your engine cuts out for a second. It's not the biggest deal. Like it's going to start back up almost immediately, but it's just something to watch out for. Yeah, so I think that's about it. We'll talk more once we get into a game. Alright guys, now we're in a battle. So we're in Bulge, so we should be facing American planes. Hopefully we didn't get screwed over by matchmaking. Looks like we may have, we're fighting with 109s and MC202s, so yeah, we might be a little bit under tiered here, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Something I forgot to mention in the intro is this plane doesn't have wet, and that's kind of annoying. It's not a huge downside, but it is annoying. Like, sometimes you just kind of want to get this thing moving, but it's very, very slow to accelerate, and just you can't push it to its limits, basically. So I would definitely say that the engine is the biggest downside of this plane, but it's not as big of a deal as it would be in, say, a BF-109 or a Focke-Wulf, because it's not a performance-oriented plane, it's a turn fighter. So, booming and zooming isn't exactly what you're supposed to be doing in this plane, so it's just not that big of a deal. I wonder what we're going to be fighting. 2-2, so probably going to be fighting P-39s, P-400s, P-40s, maybe P-36s, but those are tier 1s. Oh, we'll see. But yeah, I really like the looks of this plane. It's very nice. The cockpit is really, really comfy. Something that I've noticed in simulator battles is it has very, very good visibility. You can see all around you. You can almost see right behind you. I guess you can kind of see behind you right there, but only up over your right shoulder, not your left shoulder. So I guess that's a blind spot. And I mean, obviously you can't see under you, but that's the same with any plane, really. You don't have those nifty ammo counters like you get in the BF-109, so if you don't enable them in the menu, you can't really tell in your cockpit. You can with the 109s.
We have taken the initiative.
The skins for this plane are kind of nice. I prefer the Hungarian Air Force skin, which is what I'm using right now. It looks better when I take my paint off of it, but I'm stubborn as all hell, so I'm going to keep it on there. But yeah, it's a pretty fun plane. It almost has a bubble cockpit, but not at the same time. It's weird. I really like these planes. Just wish the engine was a little bit better. Then it would be one hell of a plane. But like I said before, for its tier, it's one of the better planes. It generally doesn't have problems taking down whatever you put in front of it. I'm not seeing anybody. We have an AI over there. Yeah, showed you. I'm afraid that these guys are going to pop up right above me, so that's why I'm going over these clouds. I don't usually like going above the clouds because I can't see what's below. But for the time being, I guess it's okay. SBD-3 over there, so not a huge threat, but just to watch out for, I guess. Okay, he's diving. so we're gonna go over there. Just gonna keep an eye out for any buddies he may have. I don't see any smudges anywhere. It's so hard to spot people now after 1.37. Oh, there's a Spitfire, so let's keep climbing. I'd rather be above the Spitfire than below. I'm not gonna climb directly into it.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Yeah. Shit. Looks like we're all alone over here. Spitfire looks like he's coming right into me, so we're gonna turn away from him and climb. I don't really want to fight Spitfires. They will outturn you, and that's the main advantage of this plane is your turn times. That's just Spitfires aren't what you want to be fighting. Two unmarked planes over there. Oh, three. Maybe four. It's soft for a second. Okay. Our C-202 is helping us out over there. Awesome. Thanks, dude. Just my keister. Let's keep an eye on him. We're gonna go over here and engage his P-40. Looks like he's trying to come over and help his buddy. Okay, so we do have a slight number advantage. Okay, this guy might try to prop hang up into us. If he does... yeah, looks like that's what he's trying to do. Maybe he's really not on top of him. And there we go. We have his tail. There's that. Ah. Nope, just missed him. Okay, so he's
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I'm not gonna follow him down into those clouds. I'm gonna stay above. Retain my altitude advantage. P-40 will down me fairly quickly if I watch my back. Looks like he might be down there. Those guys. Oh, I don't want to tango with those B-17s. They'll chew me up really quick. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna descend a little bit here. This thing can pull around 600 kilometers per hour before you have to really worry about its wings. That F-2A looks like he's getting our friend, so we're gonna go over there and help him out. We can't find the P-40s. It's really a poor game to showcase his aircraft. I wish I would have gotten better matchmaking. But, you know, it happens sometimes. It's nothing to worry about. That may have been... So let's see here. Is he trying to prop hang up into us? No, he's not. Okay. I think he sees us. Oh, he's hurt. He's not going to be a threat. There we go. Lift his wing. Okay, I'm going to convert this speed into altitude again. At least a little bit of it. I'm not going to go all the way back up to where I was. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of action. Let's see here. So, two P-40s, both on our buddies, so we're going to try to help them out a little bit. I'm going to go for this one because he seems to be closer, though. Oh wow, that guy's going to get furballed. It's not good. let's see if we can stir it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come down on top of these guys. We're going to try to pick off a straggler, so probably that P40 there. We got lots of support now. Alright, let's dive below these clouds so we can see what's going on. Looks like we're going to be on them as soon as we come out of the clouds. Going to kill some of my speed here. I guess since we're already set up for an attack, let's not miss. Alright. So, fairly good hit on him. Oh, these guys are just lining up. It's going to be a turkey shoot. Okay, so this Spitfire is going to be a problem if I don't take care of him, so that's what I'm going to do. Overshot him just a little bit. Hopefully he didn't see me there. Probably did though, or at least hurt my prop. But I think he's out of ammo, which is beneficial. Yeah. Oh, wow! Okay. Maybe he's going down. No, it doesn't look like he is. Okay. Oh, well, we got somebody on us. Oh, no, nothing to worry about. Oh, missed him there. Okay, he should be going down. Alright, there we go. 3 kills. Let's see here. A little bit of cannon ammo, not a whole lot. Should be enough though. This Hurricane looks like he's gonna come up to the flag. Yeah, he is. Alright, so... Oh, he doesn't have the speed to get up here. Awesome. That's why you don't prop hang, guys. It just makes you sitting duck. Okay, so his engine's gonna cut out. Oh, no, he's gonna crash. Awesome. Kill assist on that guy.
Excellent!
Who do we see here? Justice P40? Is that him? Yep, that's all that's left. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, see if we can't get at least a kill assist on this guy. I'm gonna try not to steal this guy's kill though. He's been working on it for a while. Although if he's peeling off... Let's see. Nah, it doesn't look like he is. What are you doing, bud? Okay, so
Launching an attack!
okay, yeah, well, we're basically just gonna catch up to this guy. If this guy hasn't shot him down by the time we get there, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We have 15 rounds of cannon. That should be enough to take out a P40. Oh, don't ram him, bud. Nah, you're gonna do it anyway. Well.
Yeah! Awesome!
It happens. Alright. I wouldn't worry about it. It happens to the best of us. Well, that was a little bit of HE112 gameplay. It should be game, I believe. Yep, there we go. So yeah, that's the HE112. As you can see, you can pull some pretty good scores with it, even with bad matchmaking. Just gotta watch what you're doing. It's a very fun plane to fly. So let's see what our rewards were for that. Okay, so not too bad, not too shabby. Of course, it's not gonna. Oh, well, thank you. It's not going to be super rewarding for me because I am researching the TA-152. I'm looking forward to that guy, but at the moment, this is what I got for it. So let's see, we got 3 kills there. I believe we got, okay, yeah, we got 1 assist, 14 hits, 3 critical hits. Very nice. Those are pretty good scores. I'm happy with that. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video of the HE112 B-1 in action. Thank you for watching.